So welcome guys back to another video in the channel. We're doing another episode of Arsenal Transfer News Daily and we are back again. A lot of news to cover today, including Joaquin Correa has made a bid for him, Donny van de Beek's linked, and we got a lot of rumours regarding new potential contract offers we will give to players. But just before we start, big condolences go out to Christian Eriksen and his family. Obviously what happened in the game against Finland the other day with Denmark, so hopefully he has a quick recovery. But let's get straight into this video. So the first bit of news is on Joaquin Correa, the Lazio forward, who apparently we have made a bid for. Now this bid is set to be in the region of £17 million. Now this one sort of comes literally straight out of nowhere because Joaquin Correa, I haven't really heard of him. He plays for Lazio on transfer market. His valuation is at £27 million. This season in Serie A, he's had 28 appearances with 8 goals and 4 assists, starting 66% of his games with 57% of minutes and 19% goal participation this season. His positions are left wing, attacking midfield and second striker. Basically maybe he could play as a second striker in a 4-4-2 possibly sort of thing. But the rumours that I'm hearing is that he is coming in to be a cam, and my thoughts on Joaquin Correa, again, I haven't really watched this player, so I can't really sit here and give you a really concise, opinion on what I think of him. But, his stats do look okay. They're not brilliant, and, in a league which is quite slow, you could probably divide that by 2 and expect to see that in the Premier League. So 4 goals you could probably see in the Premier League from him. Again, it's not great. And Everton have been linked with him. A few other clubs in and around Europe have been linked to him, but no top club have really been in for him. But apparently we have made a £17 million bid. Lazio are holding out close to £30 million, so it's quite far off the valuation. But if a deal were to be done, it would be in the region of £25 million as it suggested. So do I think we should go in for him? Probably not. I think there are better options out there, like Ødegaard, like your Grealishes. If we are ambitious, we should be getting those top echelon type of players, but can we attract them? That is a whole different question. But Joaquin Correa is a no from me, but leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would you take him or not? Next bit of news is on Donny van de Beek, and he has been linked to Arsenal. Now obviously he's at Manchester United, so if this deal were to happen, it would be a very controversial one. Now we have been linked to Van de Beek before. Apparently Overmars, who was at Ajax, now he has left the season, he actually suggested that he was offered to Arsenal first. I think it was the same with Ziyech. They were both offered to Arsenal first, and then Man United and Chelsea took both of those players. And Van de Beek, he hasn't played a lot this season. I'm trying to get the stats up right now, but in the meanwhile, his valuation, same as Joaquin Correa, is £27 million. It has gone down obviously since he's not played a lot. In 19 appearances, he's got 1 goal and 1 assist. Only 2% goal participation, 11% of starting 11s, and only 15% of minutes played. His main position is central midfield, attacking midfield, and it does say defensive midfield, but his defensive work rate I wouldn't say is that great personally. And he did come from Manchester United for around £35 million, and since he's come there, his valuation has dipped a lot, as it went to a high of around £50 million when he first joined Man United. But I would say about Donny van de Beek, there's definitely a really good player in him. He helped Ajax get to that Champions League semi-final. They should have gone to the final if it wasn't for that late Tottenham goal. But I think with this one, I'll definitely take him. I think if we can't get someone like Ruben Neves, then we should go in for Van de Beek, because there's definitely a player there, and if we give him the minutes, I think we can definitely get a good player out of him. And again, I think it would be an alternative to someone like Neves, but again, would Man United sell? They got him for £35 million, so it would be quite an expensive deal. I think maybe £40 million, but I don't think they'll probably sell to us anyway. But yeah, for me, I'll definitely take him if we had the opportunity. If it was for the right price, if it wasn't anything too stupid, I would definitely take Donny van de Beek, because I think he's a really good player, and under good coaching, under enough minutes, I think he can really flourish. And when you have the likes of Bruno, Pogba, those sorts of players around you, you're not going to really fit into a starting 11, especially when Solskjaer does like Fred and your McTominays. Again, I don't watch Man United as much, but if there are any Man United fans out there, let me know about Donny van de Beek even more, because I haven't watched every United game, but from his Ajax days, I do know that on his day he can be a world-class midfielder. But leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Next bit of news is on Real Betis midfielder Guido Fernandez, and Arsenal are reportedly intending to negotiate a deal for the Argentine holding midfielder this summer. According to La Razón, a Spanish publication, Arsenal are very interested in the player, and he affirmed his happiness with his current situation at Betis amid links to Liverpool and Arsenal. However, the Sport Witness article reveals the decision may be taken out of the 20-year-old hands, as he does hold an €80 million release clause in his current contract. Arsenal reportedly zero intention of triggering it, but apparently Betis would be happy to do a deal in the region of £30 million. And look, someone like, Guido Fernandez, I don't know much about him, and I think it's the same with a lot of these players out there. Some of our fans claim to know these players and watch them on the daily, but do they? Again, that's a big question. It's a big if. On transfer market, it's valued at around £20 million. La Liga stats aren't great. He has played pretty much most of his games at Real Betis, only one goal. And the thing is, with midfielders, I want a goal-scoring midfielder. If we're not going to keep Willock, which I don't think we should, then we should get someone who's a goal scorer, someone like Van de Beek, someone like Neves, who's going to get you goals. This Guido Rodriguez guy, firstly, will he be able to adapt to the physicality of our league? And secondly, will he be able to provide the goals that we need? We thought Ceballos would be able to do both. Clearly he didn't, so it's a big if in my opinion, someone like Guido Rodriguez. But from what I've heard about this 27-year-old, there's a player in him, but we said that about Ceballos, and he's a former Real Betis player as well. And again, it's really not worked out for someone like Ceballos, who for me looks like a similar sort of player like him. Now again, Liverpool interested as well? Is that affirmative? I'm not too sure, but for me, I don't think we should be going in for a player like him. I think there are better targets we could go out there for, like players in our league, especially like your Basumas, like your Neves, like your Van de Beeks, who we should be going to sign. So in my opinion, I don't think so. If anyone does watch him on the daily, on the weekly, watches Real Betis, the fan of Real Betis, then leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Is he any good, and will he be able to adapt to the physicality of our league? Because I think for midfielders, that's very important, and will he be able to? I'm not too sure, but leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Next bit of news is Kieran Tierney. Now, a lot of rumours flying about. I think they were coming from The Athletic and some other quite alright sources, tier 2, tier 1 sources, that Kieran Tierney is set to sign and is set to be offered a new deal at Arsenal. Now, obviously, I think he did sign a 4 to 5 year contract when he first came here. I think he's got 2 or 3 years left running on that. So I don't think it'd be the worst idea to try and improve on his current contract, because I think out of the squad of players we've had this season, he's probably been one of our best players. Yes, he's had a lot of injury problems since he's come to the club, but again, there's some of the things you'll have to put up with if you're gonna get someone like him, and you're gonna keep someone like him. And I think another thing we should be giving him is that captain's armband, because Kieran Tierney for me is probably the best leader out there. Only need to see that open mic clip from Arsenal a few months ago. He was a leader, and he's so humble about it as well. And we need more of those players. Only if we had 11 Kieran Tierneys on the pitch, as a lot suggest. But I think we need to get him tied down to a new deal, reported up to 2026 or 2027, so that would probably be another 4 to 5 year deal. I think that would be perfect. He's someone we need to tie down for the long term, because I think with players like him, our future can be bright, but we need to get players out that are not so good either. And Arteta has hinted in the past that he could be in for the armband. Now again, I think it was the same for Aubameyang, but again, they might put in his contract that he will get the armband at some point, but hopefully he does, because again, he's such a leader, and surprised he doesn't have it for Scotland. But again, you have Andy Robertson there, so for me, I'll definitely give him the deal. I think the rest of you out there in the comment section down below watching this, would agree with me. We need to give him a new deal, but hopefully that gets tied up soon. But hopefully Kieran Tierney signs a new deal. Next bit of news is on Emile Smith-Rowe. Now, Fabrizio Romano said a few days ago that he is ready to sign a new deal at Arsenal, after Arsenal did place an offer on the table for the midfielder. Now, he's had pretty much of a breakthrough season this year, after he did come back from injury in October. Arteta did play him in December in that game against Chelsea, and he's looked very good ever since. I think one complaint I would have about Smith-Rowe, he doesn't have enough goals, but I think towards the end of the season, he was showing that he does have goals, and hopefully this summer is a chance for him to recharge his batteries and go again, because I think he is a very bright player and he could have a very bright future at Arsenal for us. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can tie him down to a new deal. Again, it would probably be up to 2026 is what I'm hearing, and I think his wages will be doubled. But again, he's a player not on a lot of wages anyway, so hopefully we do get it done.
So the last bit of news is on Eddie Nketiah, as we too are also set to offer him a new deal at the Emirates. Now, there are two ways I look at this deal for Eddie Nketiah. One is that, you know, if we do get him tied down to a new deal, it will mean that we can get more money for him because he's into his last year, and that we can sell him for more money. But then there's the next way I look at it, and that's the way that we might keep him. Now, that's the worst option because, you know, all these people are saying protect his value, protect his value. I don't see anything wrong with that as long as we do sell him in this transfer window. So it's a bit of a sticky one. But leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would you offer him a deal or not? Or try and get as much money as we can in the summer transfer window. Bearing in mind, we did reject a £20 million offer in January for West Ham for Eddie Nketiah. So a bit of a tricky one. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.